What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Backstage with BeU. We're doing things a little bit different today. You know, you're used to seeing artists, producers, managers, engineers on here. But what we're all about at BeU is supporting, young, hungry entrepreneurs, trying to build a brand. So today on the show, we have my good friend, Nick Wucher, the co-founder of the brand YIFNO. Nick, how are we doing today, man?
I can't complain, bro. It's nice out.
It's fucking nice out, exactly, bro. So let's start off by talking about, the origins of YIFNO and how YIFNO got created.
So how it started was me and my roommate, Tony Marasa, who's also the co-founder, co-owner. He would just go outside, like take snaps all the time, like just walking around going, yo, it's fucking nice out when it was good weather. And I was just like, yo, everyone just started picking up traction. And I was like, yo, throw that on a shirt, like make it into like an acronym. So made it into acronym. This is like March 2019. And we sold like, at that time we only sold like 30 shirts of it because people started like picking up.
Right.
And then we forgot about it. And then Corona, like we just like never went through with it. And then Corona hit and it's like March of last year, ironically a year after. And then we were like, yo, let's bring it back. Like, why not? Like, let's go for it. We went for it. And I mean, it's been like, it picked up traction, really did a lot of numbers like the first couple months. Obviously you see a little dip each month and another rise.
Right.
And then, just been this semester really though, like last semester was kind of like, we were just trying to figure things out. Like he just started his new job. So I basically picked up the pace because it really just blew up off of all of his content. Cause
right.
Tony, he's one of like the funniest kids like to ever walk, in my opinion, ever walk this earth.
Right.
He's hilarious and his content speaks for itself. And then once he started his new job, like I was like, all right, like I'm gonna pick up the pace then and start like really getting word of mouth out. And it just, I mean, as you can see, like everyone here knows about it in Tallahassee. I know people in South Florida know about it. We're in Penn State. We just got a pack sent out to South Carolina and see how that goes. So that is the origins of YIFNO. Started at apartment A4.
That's awesome, bro. And I think it's super dope that your brand is basically built off, the weather. If it's nice out, it's personal branding. People put, YIFNO on their Instagram stories, Snapchat. That's free promotion for you guys. So that's probably like one of the most unique things that I think y'all have, which is pretty cool.
The weather markets itself, basically.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So what exactly, drew you into the fashion industry?
So it wasn't really what drew us into the this is what drew us into the fashion industry. It was like, I mean, we just wanted to make clothes that like we liked. So every design we do, it's like a design that we rock with. Like it's never like following a trend or like hopping on a hype train. The only one you could really say that about was when we made like the Tampa shirts, but we really did that for like the people that rock with us in Tampa. So, but other than that, like all the designs are pretty original that we've done. It's just like things that just hit our head. Like this one that we're about to drop right now, I was talking to my mom and she was going to church. And I just thought like when she said church, I was like, oh, stained glass windows, that would look super dope on a shirt. So hit up one of our designers and basically was like, yo, can you make like this font? I want it kind of old style and then just make it look like stained glass. And then she just goes to work. Her name's Emily Gollum. She actually kills it for us. So definitely that drew us into the fashion industry, not to go off topic of that question.
Yeah, for sure. So how many people do you guys have on your team? Because I know you got your brother at Penn State, and I think you mentioned another guy, Drew, at Penn State.
Yeah, Drew's the one that mostly runs it into Penn State. And then my little brother, I'll talk to you about him later. So it's us four. We got a kid named Dave in South Carolina. We'll see how he does.
Right.
And I'm gonna pick up a couple people in Tallahassee because I'm graduating. So I'm heading back to South Florida and gonna get kicked off over there more than it already is. And I want like the tradition to keep going in Tally because this is like where it all started,
Exactly.
So gonna get the younger kids, pass it generation to generation. That's what it's about. The youth, basically, if you want to say
exactly.
that.
100%. What would you say your favorite, YIFNO shirt or design is? Because like you said, that's the new one that y'all just came out with. The one that I'm wearing, the Tarantino one, super dope. What's your favorite one?
That's a good one. It's
right?
just like, for me, it gets better. Like each design I make, I just like it more. Like this one, it's actually two. So this one has I gotta find this shirt. This one has like two people reaching for the sun, and that one I really like. Like that's on the back of this one. And then this new design that's gonna drop today. We're doing a drop today. Same style thing, but then we got this
on the back. Yo, it's fucking nice. That's so dope.
Yeah, so definitely my favorite design right now is the new ones, just because like I've been working on them for like probably like a couple months before I decided to release them. But other than that, the OG logo, I mean, I have that tatted on my leg.
Yeah,
So,
can you show that to the screen at all?
yeah, I can.
Yeah, guys, he literally has YIFNO tatted on his leg. If that's dedication, that's not dedication, I don't know what is. That's crazy. Look it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's insane.
So,
Talk about someone dedicated to the brand.
yeah, Tony has the same one. We got it together. That's another story that's off the rails.
Yeah, I remember I heard that story in your past interview. It's definitely pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But piggybacking off the last question I asked you about, what kind of drew you into the fashion industry? What do you like about the culture of the industry that you're in?
I mean, I just think it's cool. Like everyone takes their own lane basically, and it's basically I look at it as people make what other people think they like. There's two different sides to it. So I think you make stuff that, can I curse?
Yeah, sure. So
okay.
Nice out. That's a brand.
Yeah. So like you make shit that you like. So there's one side of that, and then you have to think of, okay, but what are other people? Do other people like it?
Right.
And I mean, we've took the approach where we just don't ask before we drop. Like if you like it, you cop it, and then. But the fashion industry, definitely what I enjoy about it, just everyone has their own lane. Like I said before, like you see like there's a company called Smash Clothing here. Like they take more like the raunchy approach with what they say and everything. Yeah, I mean, I definitely love like how it's just an open industry.
Right.
Like how everyone can collab with other people. You can do what you want. Like I just thought it was dope when I joined, to be completely frank. Like there's no like crazy deep answer about it. That's just how I feel. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And you guys don't, conform to any like recommendations or requests from anybody. You guys do what you guys like to put out. You put it out and people love it every time. So. Yeah.
And one thing that we're really big on is like, we don't press people to like buy our stuff. Like,
yeah.
I never really liked when like people would be like, oh, like, can you please buy the shirt? Like, please buy this or whatever. It's usually just like don't get me wrong. I support like everyone with what they're doing. I don't mind sharing like a post. It's 2 clicks. Like, and of course, like I'll purchase if like I like it and like if you need help, but just like pressing it on people really isn't the move. Like in my experience, cause I literally just started doing pop-up shops this semester. And really, like, it was like the beginning of the semester, like it was a new year, like just sounds corny, but it just like lit a fire under my ass. And I was like, nah, like let's really get after this. So we were supposed to have an actual pop-up shop like down the street in College Town, but that fell through just because it wasn't ready in time. So I was like, yo, I have to like figure out something. So I literally the first time I set it up in my room here. Like I cleared out my room and set up like a couple racks, and then I was like, I might as well just do it on my balcony. Like it's outside, it's nice out. I come up exactly. So we did that the last 2 or 3 times, and we sold out every single drop, which is insane. I've just been like started at 40, then 40 shirts sold out in an hour, and the second drop was 64 shirts sold out in an hour and a half. And then we did 82 shirts this last drop, and we sold out in 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I love that you guys don't that's crazy numbers, dude. That's insane. But, I like what you said about, not literally hitting people up and saying, buy our shirts, buy by what we're providing, like you guys kind of just like, you build high demand by doing these pop-up shops and kind of like saying, you know, there's a limited amount of shirts coming through quick. And like you said, you know, the pop-up shops have been popping off this past semester, you know, for anyone that's not in Tallahassee.
Just did the last ones because I'm at, well, last one for me, but definitely young kids that we're gonna have are gonna be doing some pop-up shops.
Share the torch for sure. So who would you say, you know, your favorite clothing designer or brand is, besides YIFNO, obviously?
I mean, I could say like all the basic ones, like not basic, I'm not gonna knock anyone's brand, like,
yeah,
but it sounds pretty nuts, but yeah, my little brother owns his own brand, so I only rock really YIFNO, and I rock his brand called Garden Ave. Yeah, so he's killing it. He's more on like the designer side, like more streetwear type.
Right.
So definitely, and we're gonna do a collab this summer, so I'm pretty excited about that. And he's definitely running it up over there. Like the kid sells out. He might sell out more than I do sometimes. So yeah, and he's 3 years younger than me.
Good for him, and he definitely has you to look up to and like learn stuff from YIFNO and what you're doing to help improve Garden Ave as well, which is pretty cool. Runs in the family. What would you say, you know, sets YIFNO apart from all the other brands out there, you know, in Tallahassee and, you know, anywhere else really?
Well, besides being marketed by the weather,
right. I mean, yeah, that's a big thing right there. That's probably the biggest.
Yeah, I'd say like just we basically like follow our own lane, like I said before. Just making like shit that we like, right. And of course, like if you rock with it, you rock with it. Just do it. Like at the end of the day, like I could say that, like it's the cliche term, like do what makes you happy and be yourself. Like fuck what anyone else thinks about like what you're creating or what you're making. Like the people who are gonna support you at the end of the day are gonna support you. So what separates YIFNO from everyone is just we just don't care. We do our own thing. So we don't care.
Yeah.
Do our own thing.
If you rock with it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. We're not gonna push it on you. But if you like it, you know, come buy our merch. You know.
Hey, of course. And like, I think big things happening once I move to South Florida. I got some big plans for that.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so being a young entrepreneur, you know, what advice would you give to other young entrepreneurs? I'm sure you've hit roadblocks and walls where you've been like, can I get through this? Like, what am I gonna do to, you know, switch my path, but keep on the same path? What advice would you give to like young entrepreneurs?
So the advice I'd give to young entrepreneurs is definitely just like stick with it. Like you're gonna have your down times. You can reach your peak, but that's not gonna be your only peak.
Right.
And they're really not your peak. So you're basically, and you're gonna have your really down, like your down months or your down weeks, like where you're like, oh shit, like was this worth it? Like I'm like losing money on stuff. Like I'm not selling enough, but keep at it basically, and just do what makes you happy. And also if you're actually a young entrepreneur, I really don't think like you need some words of encouragement. And I heard that Elon Musk said that, actually. I read that today. I saw an interview of him. He was like, yeah, you're probably not gonna make it as an entrepreneur if you like need other people's like acceptance and everything.
Damn, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. That ties into like what YIFNO is about as well. It's just like,
yeah, don't worry about what other people say. Like that's 100%. What I'm saying. Like that's the best advice I can give.
100% agree. And like I think a big thing about being a young entrepreneur is staying consistent. And if you really love it, you'll be consistent with it. And if you have an idea, don't wait to just, you know, go and do it. Like start now, start today. Whether it's like something small, like if you want to write a book, write a paragraph today. You know, you're not writing a whole book in a month. So like little things like that, just get started now, be consistent. I think those are two of the biggest things. And like you just said, Nick, don't give a fuck about acceptance. Literally just do you.
I'd say never compromise your vision.
100%.
Because once you compromise your vision, that's when you sell out, I think.
Exactly, bro.
And I know like that I'm talking one visionary to another, because we've had our conversations, bro, and I can tell like you're doing your thing over here. I've been full support of it since you started it, so definitely love what you're doing.
100%. I appreciate that. Nick, the last question I have for you is, what do the next 3 to 5 years look like for you, as well as YIFNO?
So for myself, I'm moving back to South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale area, I'm starting a job in May, but I mean, I'm obviously grateful that I'm gonna have that job, but the ultimate goal is like I said, like side hustle. Your side hustle becomes your main hustle. You gotta do what you love. So, and then for YIFNO, definitely next 3 to 5 years, I think I want to be in like at least 10 plus colleges, but I don't really want to just stick with the college market. I want to stick with like different, like all the markets. So like when I go to South Florida, like my plan is like I want to find like a little shop in either Los Olas around that area where it creates traffic, or in Miami, just rent it out like for a day, make a quick pop-up shop, then next like every month, like at least once a month, have a pop-up shop. I don't want to have a set shop, or I don't shoot to have a set shop in 5 years unless we like do crazy numbers, but I'd rather it be like more exclusive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I think sticking with that pop-up shop idea is like a great lane to go down. It creates demand 100%, and I think it's going that way instead of the typical brick and mortar is definitely what's going to set you guys apart. And you know, it's the same thing like the Nelk boys do, you know what I mean? They have these drops that like they just drop it at a certain point and like it's never to be made and sold again, which you guys do. So just not comparing to Nelk, but
so we're gonna keep up with that. Nah, I appreciate it. You're good.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Do you have anything else you want to like plug in or anything, or any last words?
Nah, I just want to shout out obviously my partner, my co-owner, co-founder, Tony. Not like this literally would not be possible without him. Like all praise goes to him. He like I said, without him, this YIFNO wouldn't be a thing. Like from him doing those Snapchats, there would be no YIFNO. So definitely I'm very grateful to have a great friend like him, brother to me. And I'll plug in, I guess, my little brother's Garden Ave. You can check him out on Instagram. It's like GRDN and then Ave. And that's basically it. Shout out to you too, man. Keep fucking crushing it. I love to see it. I know you got big things coming ahead of you.
Hey, we both do, bro. Thank you. I want to thank you, bro, for coming on the show today, man. And best of luck to you with your future endeavors, and best of luck to YIFNO. I know you guys are gonna crush it. So I appreciate you, man.
And happy grad.
Hey, happy grad, bro. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, 100%. Take it easy.